This was the first year that South actually got to compete in the History Bowl competition. We had 8 students take part in it. They went to the regionals. They won at regionals first and second. They were the only 2 teams from the area to advance. And then they went on to states and went up against 22 other teams and won both first and third. Was the only school in the entire state to have those top teams in the top 8. The kids were dedicated and they enjoyed this and they made this a priority in life, and they learned and loved West Virginia Studies this year, and as a teacher that's all I could really ever ask for.
We've been trained since the beginning of the year. We did it all year. We practiced 2 days a week, and she gives us the questions and we have to study them. We study with our note cards and we flip through them every week, and she quizzes us every week. And as the year progresses, she shortens them or reverses them, and we just get shortened cards. So sometimes we have to know it by the first 3 or 4 words, which is like crazy. That's how I was so fast, because I needed to know it in the first 3 or 4 words, or we might not have won the competition.
Van is an intrinsically motivated child, so this was his goal from the beginning. He told me when he joined this team that he said, my goal is to be MVP, because we watched some of the competitions from last year, and he said, that's what I want to be. And I said, well, to do that, I said, you got to dedicate the extra time, the effort. You've got to not only know your information, but know the other kids' information. And you have to be, willing to give up that time to make sure that you are the best of the best. And he did that. And with that, we went to states, and he was untouchable. There were no other kids who were comparable to him because of the dedication and the effort that he gave.
History is just really fun. Sometimes there are some funny things, sometimes there's some tragic things, and I just find it comedic sometimes, but I also find it sometimes really it's like in my heart.
Our History Bowl team comes from our gifted co-teach class that Angel Conley and I teach together each day at South. I'm actually the gifted teacher here for 7th and 8th grade. So in our class, we have a classroom of 30 kids, and it's all accelerated learning for them. Our History Bowl students are accelerated even further than our traditional gifted class. They do a lot of independent work, and then we work with them to get them ready for competition by having practices after school, practicing on the buzzers and their content areas. It's been a real challenge, and it's also been a lot of fun to work with these kids and Angel all year.
We got to see the governor's wife, and it was amazing to see all these people supporting us and appreciating us.
We will begin with the First Lady of West Virginia, Joanne Tomlin.
I had an opportunity to moderate one of the panels, and I'm always amazed at these students that they answer the question before you give them 2 or 3 words. So, they have obviously studied and they know the material. My husband is a history buff, and the students enjoy every year trying to stump him when they come to the History Bowl, and they don't do very well on that because he is really a history advocate, and he's a big Jeopardy fan, so he watches that every night to make sure he keeps up with everything.
It was so nice seeing her. She's amazing, and I love that she just cares so much about the children of West Virginia and about the education. I was super excited. All of us were. We were hyped up, and I couldn't believe it. I thought I was dreaming at that moment. I just couldn't believe it. It was so amazing.